I will go to the store and pick up another.
Make sure that I remove enough hair to not contaminate the injection site. So this becomes really important.
That's been 10 years. I think it was 2013 when you were showing me how to do this the first time.
Yeah.
We did it. It was an intense project real quick. And it was my very first one.
Yeah. Okay, so most of this is really important. You gotta get these guys as hair-free as possible so that when you're messing around in this area, look at all that hair, that you're not introducing bacteria from the hair. So there's a lot here. And what I want you to feel, you can feel his hip bones. And I'm wetting again with a little alcohol. Little mouse. Okay. So I might shave a little bit more than that. Can I have that shaved? No.
Okay.
Why would it?
Oh, I was just wondering because you said if they're too deep, then you don't see chocolate.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, then the message is going down. You might. Have you ever injected a dead rat or a dead mouse? You don't see the reflexes,
That makes sense.
right? So if the cerebrocortical connections are not working, then. Okay, so here I want you to feel for the hip bones. And
Do you need the tweezers?
yeah, I'm getting them.
I have
No,
some.
these are scissors.
I have these.
Yeah, I think tweezers will be important. Forceps, actually, will be important.
Are there specific sizes that are?
Yeah, there's sizes. These ones are cheap.
Okay, please.
And they're different lengths. Oh no, that was gigantic. I had some for mine. So that's what Melanie was talking about. Okay, so I think what Arden did then was she
Yeah,
did
that would go under the hips.
like this. And the reason is you're stretching open the intervertebral foramen, so you're opening them up instead of if you're flat, you go like this, right? And so now you're arching the back.
So it's more space.
But more maximizing it isn't that great either.
Under 5 minutes, rest is 4%. And then just start.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just don't want like 30 different videos.
So an imaginary, the hips are here. If you draw imaginary line from here to here, there should be a little divot that's about right here. That's your intervertebral foramen. And so the space you're working with is in here, and right here.
I will go to the store and pick up another.
Make sure that I remove enough hair to not contaminate the injection site. So this becomes really important.
That's been 10 years. I think it was 2013 when you were showing me how to do this the first time.
Yeah.
I did an intent project real quick, and it was my very first one.
Yeah. Okay, so this is really important. You gotta get these guys as hair-free as possible so that when you're messing around in this area, look at all that hair, that you're not introducing bacteria from the hair. So there's a lot here. And what I want you to feel, you can feel his hip bones. And I'm wetting again with a little alcohol. Little mouse. Okay. So I might shave a little bit more than that. Can I have that shaved? No. Why would it?
Oh, I was just wondering because you said if they're too deep, then you don't see yourself.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, then the message is going down. You might. Have you ever injected a dead rat or a dead mouse? You don't see the reflexes.
That makes sense.
Right. So if the cerebrocortical connections are not working, then. Okay. So here, I want you to feel for the hip bones. And
Do you need the tweezers?
yeah, I'm getting them.
I have
No,
some.
these are scissors.
These are the,
I have this.
Yeah, I think tweezers will be important. Forceps, actually, will be important.
Are there specific sizes that are?
Yeah, there's sizes. These ones are cheap.
Okay, please.
And they're different lengths. Oh no, that was gigantic. I had some for mine, so that's what Melody was talking about. Okay, so I think what Arden did then was she
Yeah,
put
that would go under the hips.
like this. And the reason is you're stretching open the intervertebral foramen, so you're opening them up instead of if you're flat, you go like this, right? And so now you're arching the back.
So it's more space.
But more maximizing it isn't that great either.
Under 5 minutes rest is 4%. And then just start.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just don't want like 30 minutes.
So an imaginary, the hips are here. If you draw imaginary line from here to here, there should be a little divot that's about right here. That's your intervertebral foramen. And so the space you're working with is in here, and right here. We don't need this plug in? Is it?
No, it dies pretty fast though. It got dropped in. Oh, that's.
Oh, you have to
faster than this drive.
We always charge it overnight because sometimes it doesn't work.
That just means it charges them.
Yeah.
The hip bones coming up, flaring out. So what you're feeling with your fingers on each side of the mouth are the two little bumps that you feel on each side of the mouth, right? And then if you can imagine drawing a line straight across the most tippy portion of the hip bones and draw a straight line across, there are two intervertebral holes that you're trying to access. I probably need to do that.
Oh, it's like right. Is it like right
Do you
there?
want me to run upstairs and grab one?
Oh, that's where we cut it. Like when we eject the spinal cord. Like yeah.
Well, or to work with the mice. So you might want to go ahead and purchase them from
We
Fine
have
Science.
some. Yeah.
From these little guys here are great, and these guys are nice too. Okay. And you're going straight down in the center, in between the two dorsal spinatus process where that divot is. You see that divot I'm talking about there? That's
it's
why
like
we're
right
going to
there.
touch it.
Yeah.
So you're going straight down with your needle. Your hip bones are here. When you stretch it out, and then and you have to, I guess, feel with your fingers. I know your mouse is so. Yeah, so that I wouldn't do.
No?
Because it's not sterile.
Right, it's not sterile. So as soon as this gets put, which it wouldn't be because you're touching with the mouse and stuff, you don't want to put it on your platform. So I think the problem is I just know where it is. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so you might be able to feel a divot. So what I would do is kind of stretch his skin like this, and with this finger I would try to feel his little vertebra. Yeah. So there is one large vertebra, and it feels like a little pimple, that you actually want to go right in front of it. And you can barely feel it. So I'm wondering if you can feel it better with your forceps. Yes. So use your forceps. And the feedback I'm getting, so this is a nice big dorsal spinatus process right here. There's a divot here. And I think this is S1. So where we want to go is right in front, right here. So we want to go here in front of this big dorsal spinatus process, I think. Either that or right behind it. Here. So if this is L5, this is a hole in between L5 and this is L6. Or in the rat, what I usually do is I feel a large spinatus process right here, and I'll inject behind right here. The large one is L5, and the one that you don't really feel is L6. But I think these mice, we want to go here in front of it, not behind it. Okay, so, Melody, do you want to try to feel this so you can get what I'm talking about?
You can feel where it is, and it's right there, right? Do you wanna try pinching? I'll hold the hips for you.
Thank you.
So then if you feel towards the middle, down a little. Do you feel it right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
No.
Ah.
So we have to get between those vertebrae. I feel like
Is it between those two big ones?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really big gap.
Yeah. So it's like right here.
Yeah, I felt the first one and then I felt the second one, and then she said above the second one, right?
Yes. So it's like right in here. Right?
Yes.
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take a needle and poke it straight down.
Yes.
And you'll feel, from what I understand, a little almost pop as it goes in. Can't tell if it's muscle that I'm pushing through or...
There's not too much muscle.
I'm just going to try it. Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay, so we want to use a rootlet that are inside the canal that are ascending to meet their appropriate spinal segment to synapse on them. So they're loose little rootlets. So when you bump into it, you should see a tail flick.
Twitch, okay.
So I usually only use mediums for everything.
Yes.
But when I'm doing something more meticulous,
You do
like
small?
surgeries or this, I go down a size
Yes.
to something that's tight. Arden would go to extra smalls. We actually have some
Yeah.
extra smalls so that she could get them. And then you want to make sure the fingers are at the very tip. You don't want any.
Gap,
Yeah, you don't want any extra like.
I mean, one thing you could do is wear mediums and wear smalls on top, and then it'd be tighter.
Well,
Sure.
Yeah.
That tactile information,
Yeah.
the more you compress your tip,
Yeah.
your fingertips,
Mhm.
the more you dull
Yeah.
your sensory information coming in.
Oh.
Because when you touch a surface like this,
Yeah.
you're going to feel less in fine point discrimination
Yeah.
than as if you had it. So in fact, wearing too tight of gloves will work against you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
better.
Just fit.
It's better to have gloves that are not pushing too hard on your fingertips, so it allows that flexibility.
Yeah.
So you can feel fine two-point discrimination. You're not going to feel
Yeah.
it if you have multiple gloves on,
Yeah.
or if your gloves are strangling your finger. But you'll figure out what you need.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you want me to do the injection?
Well, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Okay.
And then don't forget you've got that. Let me see if the smaller tool is actually better. Maybe a finer.
I actually have a hard time feeling it with the tweezers. The forceps.
I think is the tweezers mainly for like making a small mark or something, so you
I'm
know.
gonna use my nail.
For handling your drug, for touching things,
Okay.
okay, multi-purpose. Everyone is different.
Okay.
So you can also try with this if it works.
I think I'm gonna go in right there.
So this is my,
Oh. Close.
Yeah, I'm not getting. I can sort of feel it right
so
there.
I can see you going over the
Yeah, right
bottom.
there. Yeah, right
So
there.
you want to go, I think, in this mouse you want to go in front of it. What does she write
I
here?
thought it was right. It was between L5 L6 is what she writes.
Yes, but that might be incorrect in these mice, in the C57-6 mice. And then the paper that I gave Andrea, that publication that published it in 1980, that's how long this method is. Try going behind it, but I have a feeling. So that was the other thing.
We're using-
You might need a little platform to move this off of here, to put it, oops, sorry. And put it onto here to scooch it over to you,
Okay.
so that you have it. And you might need tape if you're by yourself.
Should I get some of the bubble out? It got bigger, I think.
Are you hearing that?
The bubble in the front, I think it got a lot bigger while we were waiting. Should I get rid of some of it?
Yes. So that's what happened.
So it's best to just make the bubble like right
Right
before you.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, load the whole thing just. Do we want to inject the bubble, or should I get rid of it
You
completely?
don't, because you're gonna want to check after you do your injections if you actually got where you want it to be.
Okay, so I should get rid of it completely, right?
So get rid of the bubble in front, not behind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That should be good.
there it is. I can see it coming out the tip, or barely, almost coming out the tip. I got it.
So if I remember, Jenny had a little like this or a platform, and she used tape
Okay.
to stabilize the Hamilton
Oh.
syringe. Yeah, so
That's
she
smart.
would do all of this. That's how she did it on her own. It is kind of, it's nice to have people with you, but to just hold Hamilton syringe seems a little.
Yeah, I think she was using someone to push the plunger on the syringe. Damn it, I hit the
No,
plunger.
Jenny would hold it on one side and then push the plunger.
Right, I hit the plunger actually, so I'm
I
gonna
think,
reload it.
like, if you have another test tube rack and you flip it the other way, it'll be flat, maybe. Like, it might be easier to tape it if it's, like, on the other side. Of the test tube.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those kinds of things, the experimenter can work out these
Mhm.
things.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna reload it. I accidentally hit the plunger when I was trying to tape it.
So, go. You need light, Melody?
No, I'm okay.
And she will go straight down and in the middle.
Okay.
So exactly midway.
So the needle needs to
And
go
you
in.
have to be able to see the tail when you're doing that.
Don't think so. I don't know. How do I know? I feel like it's supposed to have more, like, force, right? It's not super.
You're supposed
It's a gap.
to feel like you pop through something.
Yeah, I mean, it was barely. It felt kind of like it.
Try in front of the large stimulus process.
Oh, I thought that's where it was.
Okay. I think we're going to have better luck in front of it than behind it. We have to find out how many vertebrae these mice have.
Okay.
These are C57 box sixes?
Yep.
I think they have 6.
No, I know Arden always held them. I feel like that makes it harder for me.
It might not be a bad idea to poke around with your needle tip. Tippy toe around there.
Okay, I can feel it a lot better with the needle.
How deep do you go with your needle?
You can't.
It won't. Just
And you pop.
Okay.
You should feel just a bit
Okay.
of resistance.
Is it kind of like the IP injection pump or is it less force? Like
when you do IP, you also
There's a
feel
pop.
like a pop. But I don't think it'd be the same type of pop because
it'd
that's
be
a
less,
big
right?
pop.
Yeah.
I don't feel.
Oh no.
No, it's like
This is scary.
it's when you go through the skin. That's when you feel like the pop.
Ah.
Did you see it?
What?
You got,
Yeah.
Did I get it?
Like,
You got a tail
don't worry, it
flip.
was on video.
You got a perfect tail flip.
Got
jumps,
you,
though.
buddy.
Oh my god!
I know.
Did you feel the pop?
Yeah, I think I did just now.
So I didn't see a tail flick on this one,
Okay.
but she definitely got
Good.
it.
Okay.
So the way that she's holding that needle, it makes it impossible for her to see if she got a tail.
I can sort of see, but I wasn't looking.
If you can do it this way,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'll use
So
your
you
left
can
hand.
see-
Or
Oh, so you can
Oh.
see the
yeah, I
tail
can't
living.
see that then. If I'm doing it here, then I can see
whatever
the
it
tip of the
takes.
tail, yeah.
If I were doing it, I'd do it differently, but
Okay.
I'd do it so I could try to see the tail.
That makes sense.
So once you see the tail flick, that's
You're
there.
good.
You're good.
And she felt the pop.
Yeah.
So she just got that feedback. And
Thought
her
I
little
could.
brain is registering that, so now, her big brain.
Good. No,
And
you're
then
good.
in an affectionate way.
I know. I'm having trouble finding it. Okay.
Yeah, were you feeling, because last time I thought you said you were feeling around.
Yeah, I
you said,
could
"Oh,
feel
I
it."
can feel it much better.
Yeah.
So as you're tipping, toeing around your needle tip.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see.
So there wasn't a tail flick, but it might be because she already did it the first
Yeah.
time. But the pop isn't what creates a tail flick. It's going past the dura and
Mhm.
bumping into
The little
Nerves,
how to find
the
out
root
and
lips.
stuff, yeah. Okay.